So again, I'm taking this opportunity to welcome you all again to the University of Michigan virtually. We wish we had the opportunity to welcome you all individually, personally here to Ann Arbor. This truly is the best time of year to be here in Michigan. But we really appreciate you taking the time to get to know our program better. You know, our program is among the oldest in the country. This year, in 2019-2020, this year period, our department is celebrating its centennial. We're one of the few departments in the country that has a legacy that's over 100 years old. For over a century, our program has been proud to be an international leader in clinical care, research, and education. We've had the fortune of training a number of luminaries, both academic as well as leaders in community medicine. Many of our trainees have gone on to do great things in academics, inclusive of Charles Huggins, one of our first trainees who won the Nobel Prize, as well as Reed Nesbitt, his compadre at the same time, who was the first chair of urology here at Michigan. You should know that we're equally proud of our trainees who have gone on to do great things in community practice, a number of whom are highly successful where they are, and are thought leaders and clinical leaders where they practice. We've also been a leader in research, and you'll hear later on today from Dr. Hollenbeck and Dr. Kraft where our research program stands today, but suffice it to say that we have one of the most robust academic and research programs in the country, and we're doing a number of things over the past 2 or 3 years to ensure that academic productivity, as well as that scientific curiosity, is shared and shared with our trainees, and that we inspire them. And Dr. Hollenbeck will tell you, I think, more about that later on today. We've also had the good fortune of being on the front edge of a number of innovative educational platforms and initiatives led by Dr. Kraft and others here more recently. We're constantly seeking to improve the ways in which we educate our trainees, and we are also improving our clinical footprint within the greater Southeast Michigan area, which I'm confident will also improve our training experience in clinical urology, both in the clinic as well as in the operating room, with both complex and routine urological care. So again, I'd like to say welcome to all of you. And should also say that I'd be remiss if I didn't say a statement that should be obvious, and that our department is absolutely against racism, and that we stand committed to diversity, equity, and inclusion. These are unprecedented times, and unfortunately for many, folks have been experiencing these sorts of negative experiences for more than just the time that we see it on TV, but for their whole lifetime. These things have been going on for a long time. Our department, coupled with our other partners in clinical medicine here at Michigan, are committed to doing what we can to eliminate race and racism as much as we can within the sphere that we practice urology. We'll be hearing a little bit more today, I'm sure, about some of our DEI initiatives. I would encourage you to check out our website. There should be a link there that talks about some of the many things that we are doing, that we have been planning over the past 1.5 years or 2. They include very, I think, exciting pipeline programs, one called the Michigan Urology Academy, where we are providing mentoring sessions for students from around the country. In fact, this Saturday, we were going to do it in person, but we're doing it now virtually, to provide them with mentorship and exposure to urology in the field that they might not otherwise get. We also have a pipeline program at the University of Michigan for underrepresented minorities called Euroversity, which is spearheaded by one of our new incoming interns, Christian Black, which is a 4-year-long mentorship program to cultivate interest in urology among underrepresented minority students here at the University of Michigan. And we've also started another program with Howard University in terms of an exchange program with medical students, and also involved with inner city schools with our Department of Surgery colleagues, and bringing students and inspiring them to so they understand that there are a number of professional activities that are available to them, opportunities available to them. All this to say that we are committed to DEI. This is not just lip service. And again, I'd appreciate any of you who have interest in this to check out our website. And if you have any questions or comments about this, please don't hesitate to contact me directly. This is a mural that you'll see that is behind the good Dr. Andino, and reflects where our department is today, faculty, staff, and trainees, as we are today. Well, I would say urology at U of M kind of comes down to three main things. One is our vision, mission, and values. And from my perspective, it's really simple. Our vision is to eliminate suffering from urologic disease forever. Our mission is similarly simple. It's to help people, patients, peers, community, and the world. Our values are fundamental: integrity, honesty, compassion, authenticity, fairness. It's the simple things that to us that are the most important. And these are the things that we look for in trainees who interview with us and do rotations with us to ensure that they share those same values. Our biggest strength is our culture. And to me, this is the biggest shame that you guys don't get an opportunity to really see what it's like to be here in Ann Arbor, to see what it's like to be in our department. Because I would say our biggest strength is our culture. It's how we treat each other. It's how we treat you. It's how we treat our patients. The culture is of helping one another. And that is our biggest strength. And our biggest resource is our people. And that is faculty, staff, and trainees. It's everyone. For those of you who may be familiar with the University of Michigan, one of the very famous trademark statements is "leaders invest," and that's something that we ascribe to as well. And I think it means different things to different people. But from my perspective, leaders are people who have followers, and that can be people who are academics, and that could be people who are in community medicine, who are in the clinical, who are in private practice. To me, the most important thing is that we train people to whom other people look for when they need help. To me, that is a leader. And those are the people we seek to train. And in terms of best, I think there are multiple ways one could measure this, both contrived and otherwise. But to me, we seek people who do their best, who always give their best effort and do what they can to do their best for their patients, do their best what they can for research and investigation, to do their best to educate their patients, their peers, and certainly the next generation. We're all about giving the best effort. So I would say if you share our vision, mission, and values, if you believe in things that I described to you as our strength and resource, and if you aspire to be leaders in best, the University of Michigan could be a place for you.